Corporate crime reporter had a profile piece of Harry Kilber, I guess is how you pronounce his name, who's challenging you, Mr. Trumka, for the presidency of the AFL. Corporate crime reporter writes, quote, Kilber eviscerates the leaders of the AFL-CIO for not challenging the corrupt corporate establishment in Washington, for paying 131 executives more than $100,000 a year, and for censoring any criticism of the Iraq War, and goes on to quote Mr. Kilber, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Trumka makes speeches to please the membership, but there's no action to do anything. He comes out as an advocate of change and ends up without change. He had all kinds of possible opportunities for nonviolent action. I'm wrapping up. For nonviolent action to express the discontent of the American workers. How do you respond to criticism? I assume it's not limited to somebody who happens to be challenging you. There are people within labor who feel that you haven't produced.
You mean there are people in labor that don't love me?
They do love you. They just don't feel like you produce. I'm sure they love everybody.
Shut. First of all, I'm tempted to quote Bryce Harper. That's a clown question, bro. But I won't. Look, I didn't know that Harry Kilber is running against me, but I guess it's probably the best kept secret in the labor movement. But Harry's run against me, I think, every time I've run or John Sweeney's run, so he's been around. He has his right. If he's a union member, he has a right to throw his hat in, just like any other union member. Like I did when I ran at the local level or the district level, and like every other election, the memberships will decide. They'll decide whether Harry, who is an interesting man to say the least, and by the way, I helped Harry be able to speak at the convention, even though he wasn't a delegate. I convinced the delegates to let him speak at a convention a number of years ago because I thought people have the right to be heard. I wish him well. I hope his health is good. I hope he does a lot of good things to help labor.
Can you respond to any of the specifics here?
Next question, please.
Christopher Goins,